Hey guys, we are live. Excellent. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. So tonight's class, or it may not be tonight, you may be watching this video from a recording, as it will stay live for around 1 week for you to practice with. But what we're going to focus on this evening in this 45-minute yoga class is twisting. Reason being is we've all just celebrated Christmas. I hope everyone had a great Christmas, by the way. But I'm sure we're all feeling a little bit full up still. I don't know about you, but for a week afterwards, I get this kind of lethargic feeling. So the reason we're going to focus on twisting tonight is because it has so many benefits for the digestive system. So massaging all the internal organs, as well as the obvious, which is spinal mobility and vertebrae health. Through the twisting class, we're also going to tap into our core, so we're going to find a nice bit of core strength to help stabilize the spine and allow us to go a little bit deeper in our twists. So if you've got the link to the playlist, I've just shared it in the comments. You are welcome to listen to that. You may need to listen to it on another device, or it should let you play it through your laptop at the same time. Or of course you can listen to your own music, whatever is best for you. So if you've got the playlist, you can press play on that now and just make sure that that's not on shuffle. And we're going to start in Shavasana tonight. So just come to lie on your back in corpse pose. So you're taking the feet as wide as the mat, a little bit wider. Let the feet fall out wide. Take your hands wider than your hips, palms face the ceiling. And just start by taking a couple of nice deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really sigh it out, bring it in deep through the nose, all the way into the belly, and open your mouth, sigh it out, exhale. Take 2 more like this, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Last one. At the end of your exhale, close down your mouth and just keep that rhythm of a deeper breath in and out through the nose now. Really focusing on filling the belly, filling the lungs, bringing all of that fresh air in until you can't inhale anymore, and then exhaling slowly to release it. So a very different breath to that which carries us subconsciously all day without us thinking about it. So the task here is to just prolong that breath as much as you can. Seeing if you can allow each breath cycle, that's an inhale and an exhale, to last around 10 seconds if possible. Spend another minute here focusing on getting those breath cycles to last around 10 seconds, maybe more. Allowing the body to relax a little bit more with each exhale. Noticing if there's anywhere you're holding on to tension that you can let go of a little bit more. We'll take another 3 deep breaths here. Keep counting, keep them 10 seconds or above if you can. Last one. Good, and then when you're ready, if you have the eyes closed, you can gently open them. Start to engage your core by pushing the belly button back towards the spine, pushing the lower back into the mat. Bring your legs together, ankles to touch now, and keep using your core to slowly drive the knees in towards the chest. Take your hands around your shins and have a little gentle rock from side to side. Just massage out the kidneys. I'm sure we've all enjoyed quite a lot of wine over the last few days. So if they feel a little bit more tender than usual, that might be why, but that's okay, that's very normal. All right, we'll take the feet down to the mat, really stay then. Send your left heel now up towards the ceiling. Interlace your hands around the back of your left thigh. If you need to lift your shoulders and your head to be able to do this, that's fine. Good, if you're feeling a little bit more open in the hamstrings today, then maybe you can take the hands up to the back of the calf, but just take some nice deep breaths here and try and keep that left leg as straight as you can. Now, for most of us, we will have a bend in the knee, that's fine. Just keep sending your heel high towards the ceiling. Bring that focus back to your breath. In and out through the nose. We're going to take 10 more here. And we're spending a little bit longer here, just really allowing those hamstrings to get the length that they deserve. The longer we stay, the deeper we breathe, the more the body will relax and the more they will lengthen. Good, option to extend that right leg long, flexing through the right heel. We're going to take 3 more breaths. Try and relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Release your hands out to the side, palms face up. Slowly, slowly lower that leg for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bend back into the knees, soles of the feet to the floor. Send your right heel towards the ceiling. Interlace your hand on the back of the thigh. Remember, you can lift the shoulders and the head here. But if you manage to get hold of the thigh, see if you can rest the back of the skull back down. If it doesn't come all the way, that's okay. Just try not to strain in the neck. Okay, let's bring our focus to the right leg. Really send the right heel towards the ceiling, flexing the toes back towards the face. Maybe you can slide the hands to the back of the calf muscle. That can be quite strong. So take it easy, focus on bringing that inhale in nice and slowly and releasing it slowly. We're about halfway now. Option to extend that left leg, flexing through the foot when it arrives. Three more breaths here, guys. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Now keep that leg elevated as you release the hands next to the hips, palms face up. Use your core to slowly start to lower that right leg. Good, for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, hug both the knees in towards the chest. Good, this time really wrap your arms around your shins. See if you can take hold of your wrists. Good, lift your head, draw your nose in towards your knees, make a tiny ball, and then keeping that wrapping of the legs, see if you can bring the shoulders back of the head back down to the mat. Another little rock from side to side. Try and keep the tailbone on the mat if you can, notice if it's lifted. Good, then release the hands next to the hips, take the soles of the feet down to the mat. Extend through that left heel again, left leg rises. Now we're going to cross the left shin over the right thigh. Good, take your left hand to the inside of that left thigh and really push it away. Push the knee as far away from the body as you can and keep that left foot flexed. Good, now we're going to reach through between the legs. See if we can take our hands, interlace the fingers around the back of the right thigh. Good, you may have needed to lift the shoulders, lift the head to get there, But once you've got your hold of the back of the thigh, see if you can slowly relax shoulders and head back down. This is reverse pigeon pose. Switch on that breath. About 10 breaths here. Notice if there's a lot of tension in the jaw and the shoulders. Try and relax, just focus on the area that's opening, and you should really feel that in your left hip, left IT band, psoas muscle, glute. Nice, guys. Close down the eyes if it feels good for you. For those who want to come deeper, take the interlace around the right shin. Keep hugging that right knee in towards you, and imagine sending the left knee away, halfway here. Two more deep breaths. The deeper you bring that inhale and the slower you release that exhale, the deeper you'll find your stretch takes you. Good. Gently release the hands and take the right foot back down to the mat. Keep the legs as they are, but now just stack your left thigh completely on top of your right. So you're crossing your legs. Now hug both the knees back in towards the chest. Good. Send your left arm out beside you long. Take your right hand to the outer edge of the left knee now and draw both your knees over towards the right side. Good. Coming into this twist. Turn your head, your gaze to the left. Close down your eyes. First twist of the class. Allow your spine to really drop in here. Let the body be heavy. And breathe. About halfway here. Notice if there's any way you're holding on to tension that you can relax a little bit more. Try and keep both your shoulders grounded on the mat if you can. Two more deep breaths. Now we're going to use our core to bring the knees back to center. So really draw your belly button back towards the thigh, crunch in the core and the abdominal muscles, and slowly bring the knees back to center. Uncross the legs, soles of the feet back down, knees bent. Take your right heel towards the ceiling, and then slowly cross the shin over the left thigh. Good. Reach through the legs, interlace the hands around the back of the left thigh, and then see if you can slowly place the shoulder and the back of the head back down to the mat. Good. So you really want to feel like your right knee is going away from the body, and then with your hands, you're drawing the left knee closer towards you. This is really going to intensify the area that we're looking at focusing on here, that we're opening, lengthening. Keep your right foot flexed. Keep breathing nice and deeply in and out through the nose. Three more here. Gently release the interlace of the hands, let the left foot come back down to the mat. Stack your thighs, then hug both the knees back in towards the chest. Send your right arm out long. Take your left hand to the outer edge of the right knee and slowly pull both your knees over towards the left side. Try to keep both your shoulders grounded. Turn your head to the right, close down the eyes, settle into this twist. Let the spine fall into place. Slow your breath right down. We'll take 3 more here. Try and relax any areas that you're holding on to tension. No muscle engagement is required from you right now. Now start to find your core, find your abdominal muscles, draw it back, crunch, and slowly use that strength to bring the knees back to center. Hug the knees into chest, wrap the arms around the shins, lift your head, nose to knees, make a tiny ball, and then slowly relax the shoulders, head back down to the mat, soles of the feet down to the mat. Now we're going to extend our right leg long and then send our left heel towards the ceiling. Good. So we're coming back into that hamstring stretch that we did at the start of the class, but without using our hands to support us. Now take your palms together. Good. Draw and lift up the shoulders, the head, and then point both your fingers over towards the left, just outside of the left thigh. Good. Keep holding here, crunching here. Option to lift that right leg a couple of inches off the floor. Good. Stay here for another 10. Keep breathing. 8, 7, crunching in the core. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now keeping the shoulders lifted. Lift the right leg now. Send the left leg down and switch the twist to the other side. Good. Keep both your feet flexed. Perhaps lift your left leg a couple of inches off the floor. Another 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing, keep smiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly take the right leg down. Take the shoulders down. Keep the palms together. Good. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, lift the shoulders, lift the head, send the fingertips towards the end of the mat. Good. Lift the left leg, then lift the right. So both legs are lifted now, and we're reaching through the center of our legs. Good. Now take the fingertips to the outside of the left thigh as you drop the right leg down. Inhale, bring it up. Switch the hands to the other side. Exhale, slowly drop the left leg down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, right side. Good. So hopefully you're getting the gist of this. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Good. 2 more on each side. Try and keep both those feet flexed as much as possible. Your legs most likely won't be completely straight. Good. That's very difficult. Last time. Back to center and then hug the knees in. Good job, guys. Allow that core to relax for a moment. We certainly worked it then. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth as you exhale. Hands around the backs of the thighs. We're going to start to rock up and down on the mat. A couple of times. Try not to let your feet touch as you come up. And then we'll take the feet down. So we're sat on the mat with the knees hugged in nice and close. Okay, so we're going to extend the right leg long. We're going to come more to the center of our mat. Flex through the right foot. Take your left foot to the outer edge of your right knee. There's so many lefts and rights in the twisting class, isn't there? Hopefully you're keeping up. Left fingertips come behind you. Good, and we're just going to take the whole forearm of the right arm over our left thigh. So our right hand comes onto our left hip. Good, and then turn your gaze behind you. Sit up nice and tall, use your core. Imagine the crown of your head growing a little taller towards the ceiling. Nice deep breaths here. So you should also feel a little bit of opening here in the left glute. Couple more breaths. Keep that right foot flexed. Don't let it get lazy. Sit up a little bit taller if you can. But this pose shouldn't feel so easy. I really want you to see what muscle groups you can engage here to hold you more firmly with structure in this twist. 2 more breaths. Gently untwist the body. Good. Take the left foot back over, bend the right knee, extend the left leg, flex the foot. Good. Sole of right foot comes to the outer edge of the knee. Good. Really ground that right foot into the mat. I really want you to feel it in your mat here. Good. Then the right fingertips come behind. Good. Then we're going to take that left forearm to that outside of that right thigh. Hand comes just above the hip, and then come into your twist. Good, engage your core, draw your belly button back towards your spine. Sit up nice and tall, puff through the chest, grow through the crown of the head. Now bring your awareness to your breath. We stay here for 5 more. Last 2. And then slowly unravel yourself. Good. Bend both the knees. Good. We're going to take a lovely boat sequence. So quite a lot of focus on core today around the twists. Have your feet hip distance apart. Really take a moment to ground down on both your sit bones. Sit up nice and tall. Draw the shoulders back and down. Grow for the crown of your head. So you're not slumping and rounding in the spine. You're sitting up straight and tall. Good. Now take the hands and tuck them in behind the backs of the knees. Very slightly lean back, but keep this spine nice and straight. We're going to lift the right leg. Calf becomes parallel to the mat. And then find your balance. Lift the left. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. Take a moment to find your balance. Good. Now release the hands and reach them forwards. Arms parallel to the mat. Good. Relax the shoulders back and down. Keep breathing here. Now hold here for another 3, 2, and just take the right foot down to the mat. Take your right fingertips to the outside of the left foot. Good. You'll need to keep the knee bent quite a lot probably so that you can get hold of the foot. Now from here, open the chest to the left, reach the fingertips back. Good, so we're going to stay here for 7 breaths. I'm going to give you some options, okay? The second option is to see if you can lengthen the left leg. The third variation, which is the harder variation, is you're going to extend the right leg and lift it 1 inch off the floor. Good, 5 more breaths. If you're wobbling, use your core, sit up tall through the spine. 3 more. Maybe take your gaze behind you if balance feels on your side. Last 1. Slowly bend both the legs, come back. Take a moment to just hug the arms around the shins, chin to chest, round through the spine. Isn't that one fun? Okay, so feet hip distance apart. Tuck the hands, snuggle them in behind the backs of the knees, shoulders back and down, sit up nice and tall. As you start to lean back, lift your left leg and then your right. Good, take a moment here to find your balance in boat pose. Flex through the feet, calves parallel to the floor. Then when you're ready, extend the arms forwards. Notice if when you do this, the shoulders come up to the ears. Relax them back and down. We've got just 4 more breaths here in boat pose. Two more. Good. Slowly take the sole of the left foot down to the floor. Reach forwards and take your fingertips to take hold, of the outer edge of the right foot. Sit up nice and tall. Reach your right arm back as you open the chest towards the left. Good. So 7 breaths here in total. Option to extend the right leg completely long. If you want to take it even further, extend your left leg. Hover at 1 inch, find your balance. This is really challenging. We have 4 more breaths. I'm not too sure how much I can talk here. I might fall out 2 more. Slowly bend both the knees. Good. Tuck the heels in nice and close to the body. Give yourself a hug. Make a tiny ball. Chin to chest. Little rock from side to side. All right, guys. From here, we want to get to standing. Now, if you want a bit of a challenge, you can take the feet a distance apart and try and come to standing without using your hands. Now, that is difficult. So another way to do that is to take a little rock and come up to standing. So maybe neither of those ways were available for you. So maybe you've just got yourself up however you like. I can't see you, I don't mind, life won't get better for you if you got up without using your hands, okay? So, from here, top of our mat, let's take the feet hip distance apart. Good. Take a deep inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, gaze up. As you exhale, palms together, hinge from the hips. Take a deep bend in the knees as we fold it forwards. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or fingertips. Let's step back to plank. We're going to come down to our knees, then slowly bend the elbows, but tuck them into the midline as you slowly come down to your chest and your chin. Take a moment here, lower belly's lifted off the mat. Good. Really draw your lower core back, belly button back towards the spine. Elbows should feel like they're glued to the rib cage. Untuck your toes, keeping the chest close to the floor. Slowly start to slide your heart forwards, but keep it low until you bring the rib cage and the belly all the way onto the mat. Keep drawing the elbows in towards the midline, and then when you're ready, spread the fingertips wide. Start to peel the lower rib cage up as you squeeze in the glutes. Keep a slight bend in the arms. Low cobra. Exhale slowly down. Inhale, come up this time. See if you can straighten the arms. Bend your left leg. Look over your left shoulder back towards the left toe. And then slowly release the foot down. Come back to center. Other side. Bend your right leg. Look over your right shoulder back to your toes. Slowly release it down. Bend the elbows, come all the way onto your belly, chest, heart. Inhale, rise up one more time. This time, see if you can lift your hips and your upper thighs up off the mat. Keep pushing firmly into your hands so you create more space between your ears and your shoulders. Bend your left leg. Look back towards your left foot. Slowly release. Right side. Slowly release. Come all the way down to your belly, ribs, heart. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Use your hands to push your hips all the way back, coming into child's pose. Reach the arms as far forward as you can. Take a moment just to rest here for a few breaths. Slowly start to lift the hips back, hands underneath shoulders. We find ourselves in tabletop. Tuck the toes, not for long, push the chest back towards the thighs. Lift the hips to downward facing dog. Good. Deep bend in the knees as you look between the hands. Step the right and then the left foot to the top of the mat. Feet together this time. Slide the hands up the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, deep bend in the knees, chest to thighs. Fold. Inhale, palms together, reach them forwards and up, overhead gaze up. Exhale, draw them down in front of the heart. Start to bend the knees, come down into chair pose. We're going to twist in our chair over towards the left, hooking the elbow to the outer edge of the left knee, gazing over the left shoulder. We have 3 more deep breaths here. See if you can take the hips a little lower, more weight into the heels rather than the toes. Really draw the thumbs into the midline of the heart. Last breath. Good, and exhale, fold chest over thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right foot towards the back of the mat. Keep your right hand down, open your chest to the left as you inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Easy twist, this is called, although it may not feel that easy. Good, lift the hips nice and high, make sure that right leg's nice and straight. We're going to take 4 more breaths here. See if you can peel that top shoulder back a little bit more, open through the chest. Create as much space between both the fronts of your shoulders as possible. Take your last inhale, reach higher through the fingertips. As you exhale, look down, slowly release the neck. Take your left hand down. Now, we're going to take the right heel down, so that's the foot at the back. So the back foot is out at about a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to straighten in our left leg. Good, so it may be very difficult for us to have the fingertips on the floor if we're going to straighten that left leg. So if that is difficult, you can always use props here, whatever's around the house, or take the hands onto the hips. What I want you to do is really draw your left hip back, your right hip forwards, fold the chest over the left leg. Good, 5 deep breaths here, really feeling the length of that left hamstring. If you've got the hands on the hips, maybe keep a slight micro bend in that knee. Good, so you're really going to be building strength in the hamstrings here as well. Good, now bring a soft bend in to that left knee and bring the right hand back down to the mat. Now what we're going to do this time is take the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Good, we're going to need to be on the fingertips and then open the chest towards the left and reach the left arm back up. Good, option to lift that back heel if it feels a bit easier. For those of you that want more of a challenge, keep that right leg and that left leg straight. Reverse triangle pose, because this is really challenging if you've come into the full variation. Breathe nice and deeply, use your core, find your balance. Wherever you are, as long as you're twisting in the spine, that's fine. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Slowly release both the hands back down to the mat. Take a deep bend in that left knee, lift the back heel, come into a low lunge, send the hips forwards and down towards the mat. All right, come to the tiptoes of the back foot. We're just going to rock backwards and forwards a couple of times, find that momentum, and eventually step that right foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Feet together if they're not already. We're going to send the hands in front of us, palms touch all the way up towards the ceiling, gaze up. Exhale, down in front of the heart. Sink the hips down and low. We're going to come back into that chair pose. Really draw the lower belly back. Tuck the tailbone under as you sink down, palms to heart center. Then we're going to twist to the right, hooking the elbow to the outer edge of the right knee. Send the hips a little lower. 4 more breaths here in our chair twist. So sometimes hatha classes can definitely feel more challenging because we stay in every pose for longer. When we work through a vinyasa or a flow class, we tend to not stay as long and move on quicker. 1 more breath here. Slowly release, exhale, forward fold. Good job, guys. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, step your left foot as far to the back of the mat as you can. Left fingertips or palms stay down. As you inhale, open the chest to the right, reach the fingertips up. Easy twist. So really think about drawing your belly button back, drawing the belly in, opening the chest more towards the right side, peeling the top shoulder back. 3 more breaths here. On an exhale, slowly bring the right fingertips down. Plant the back heels so the back foot's out at about a 45, and then try and straighten through your right leg. Good, really draw your right hip back, left hip forwards, and fold the body over the right leg rather than the center of your mat. Good. Parsvottanasana, this is a very strong pose for hamstrings. Probably one of my favorites. Good, guys, you're doing great. 2 more breaths here. Okay, now we're going to move into that twist. So you'll now know from doing the other side whether you need to bend in that right knee or not. But see if you can bring the hands to the outer edge of the foot as you open the chest towards the right. Good, it's challenging. Balance will feel more challenging. Use your core. If this feels a bit too much, then have the hand at the inside of the right foot. Couple more breaths. You've got it. This is the last challenging posture of the class. I'm going to start to slow it down after this. Exhale, take both your hands down to the mat. Deep bend in the right knee as you send your hips low and down. Good. Find a bit of momentum, and when you're ready, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Feet hip distance apart here. Give the head a good shake out. Relax the neck. Deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Exhale. Good. Bring your feet together. Send your right leg high towards the ceiling. Slowly draw your right knee in behind the right wrist. And try and bring the foot behind the left wrist. We're going to set the shin down and set ourselves up for pigeon pose. Good, walk the left leg back. And try and get your hips as close to the mat as you can, but keep them square. So notice if you want to sit on your right side more, try and take a bit more over to the left. You can always take a cushion underneath that right sit bone. Okay, so come down to your elbows here. Bring your palms together. Now we're going to twist the body to the left. So push your palms together, twist the chest to the left, and try and bring your hands in line with your heart. It's going to feel a little bit strange. It's a different variation of pigeon. It might feel too strong. If it does, just take ordinary pigeon and stay on both your forearms at the top of your mat. We're not going to stay here too long. Just another 6 breaths. That's 5 left to go. Ready? 4. Last 2. Gently release the twist. Come onto your forearms if you're not there already. Let your head drop down for a moment. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Come back onto your hands, walk them back towards your shin. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and then step back into plank pose. Good. From plank, we're going to slowly come down onto our bellies. Start to bend the elbows, keep them close to the body, and slowly come down. As you inhale, draw the heart through and up, lengthen through the arms, lift the upper thighs, lift the hips. Bend left knee, take a look back over the shoulder to the foot. Slowly come back to center. Right side, center. One more time, left and right. From here, tuck your toes. Use your core, start to lift your lower belly and then come back into plank. Good work. Push the chest back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, left leg high. Good. When you're ready, slowly draw the knee behind the left wrist. Set yourself up for pigeon pose on the other side. Walk your right leg back. Good, so you're going to come down onto your elbows, bring the palms together. Then come just onto your left elbow as you twist the chest to the right and try and bring your thumbs in line with the heart. Gazing up over the right shoulder, 7 breaths in. Good, so we have moved the spine in its full range of movement today. We've made it stronger by working into our core. The stronger our core, the more the spine has space to do and work in the way it needs to. So let the core stabilize your spine, let it heal. And that's exactly what yoga can do for you. Good, we'll take 2 more breaths here. Good, and then slowly come back to center onto the forearms. Let the head be heavy. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Good. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into plank. Good, and then come back into downward facing dog. Deep bend in the knees, look between the hands, good, and come to a cross-legged position or maybe just onto your bottom. From here, we're going to slowly come to lie on our backs, taking our final pose, Shavasana. Good, take a deep inhale through the nose, open your mouth, exhale. Bring your awareness to your feet, to your toes. I want you to scrunch up all 10 toes, squeeze, bring tension into this area, keep squeezing, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, relax, let go. Bring the attention to your left leg, flex the left foot, lift the left leg a few inches off the mat, squeeze and engage all the muscle groups in that leg. 3, 2, 1, release it back down. Right side, flex the right foot, lift the leg a couple of inches off the mat, squeeze, 3, 2, 1, relax it down. Bring awareness into your glutes and your hips. Squeeze into this area, really squeeze into your butt cheeks. 3, 2, 1, release. Make fists with your hands, squeeze. Imagine you're squeezing a tiny ball in your palms, then lift both your arms a few inches off the mat. Send the knuckles far away from you. Keep tensing and squeezing here for 3, 2, 1, relax it down. Last of all, scrunch up every corner of your face, eyes, nose, ears. Then lift the head, draw the chin towards the chest. Keep squeezing, tensing, 3, 2, 1, and slowly relax it down. Take one more final deep inhale through the nose and open your mouth to exhale. Close down the mouth, just allow the whole body to become really heavy. As you relax deeper and deeper and become heavier on your mat. Spend just a few minutes here, allowing all of this work to settle in. Notice any sensations in the body, any subtle vibrations. As you relax, relax, relax. Very gently, just start to bring your awareness back to the room. Keeping the eyes closed down, just visualize your surroundings, your environment. Start to notice the temperature of your skin, the sensation of your clothes on your skin. And start to deepen your breath. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring your legs together. Reach the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. And as you exhale, bend the right knee. Slowly roll over to your left side, letting the knee fall over. Take a moment there. And then slowly push into your right palm as you very lazily, with the eyes closed down, come to a seated position. Take your hands to rest on your knees. Slowly draw your chin down towards your chest. Let the shoulders draw back and down. Feel that lovely stretch. Maybe let a yawn come, like that just happened for me. Feel that lovely stretch at the back of your neck. And then slowly, with the eyes closed down, start to lift your chin till it becomes parallel with the earth. Take a deep inhale, reach the arms up, overhead, palms touch. As you exhale, slowly bring them down and pause between the eyebrow center. Rest your thumbs here. Take a moment to show gratitude to yourself, your able body, your good health. And then slowly and gently bow, namaste. Thank you so much, guys. It was lovely to have you. I appreciate we may not have so many tuned in tonight because you're probably still on your Christmas break, or you've said, you know what, I'm not going to start any exercise now until January. I expect in January to be seeing you all here every week. But yeah, thank you so much. If you've got any questions, for those of you that are watching live, I'll hang around for a few seconds or minutes. Seconds wouldn't be long enough. But yeah, otherwise, tomorrow tune in for live meditation at 12:30. It's going to be a meditation on reflection, which is very apt as we come to the close of 2020. But thanks again, guys. My name's Charlotte. Give me a follow. It's Tapah Wellbeing on Instagram. There's loads of other bits and bobs that I do outside of bunq that you may be interested in, and it would be lovely to practice with you more. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I'm going to check out now. I will see you all soon.